Tiffany here with Years of Beers, and it's this day in Disney for June 18th. And today we're only going back to 2013, so not that long ago. And so probably most of you guys will remember this change at the Magic Kingdom at Disney World. But back in 2013, Walt Disney World officially reopens the Main Street Bakery at the Magic Kingdom Park, featuring for the first time Starbucks drinks and food along with Disney house-made treats. So the Main Street Bakery, which is designed to fit the current theme of Main Street, USA, will not be the only Walt Disney World location to serve Starbucks. As previously announced, other locations will also be featuring a Starbucks that are coming. At the time were coming to Epcot, of course Hollywood Studios, and Disney's Animal Kingdom. So all of those future Starbucks were meant to have theming, so you wouldn't even know it's a Starbucks. There wouldn't be like big signage outside and things like that. It would just have signage, or just have theming that went with the parks, and that's how it is for all of them right now, except for Epcot. They had to put up just a smaller Starbucks over on your way to the World Showcase that looks like more like a Starbucks at this current moment with all the refurbishments going on, but I'm sure once they're done they'll have a space for Epcot Starbucks. But creature comforts and all the different ones, when you go to like creature comforts, it's hard, like forever I didn't even realize that that was Starbucks. I just wasn't, because we just didn't go down that way all the time. So anyway, eventually we figured it out, and I love to go over there because they always have whatever cupcake that, like right now we're almost this coming up on Father's Day, and they have a Father's Day cupcake over there, which is the Prince of the Forest, or Bambi's father, which I think is so cool. I love when they do that, because Bambi just doesn't get enough representation to me in the parks. I was recently like, I wish there was Bambi t-shirts and more Bambi. There's just not enough. But anyway, Animal Kingdom's a good place for that. But going back to 2013 and this big change, I remember this. I'm sure you guys do too. I think a lot of people, well, I know a lot of people were concerned. In fact, a big group of people did a big petition and, you know, sent it into Disney and demanded that they not just throw a chain into the Disney parks and ruin the theming and how things were at the Disney parks. And so I do think that they've done a good job with the Main Street Bakery. It doesn't look, outside it doesn't look at all, you wouldn't know that it's Starbucks. And even once you go inside, the, you know, all the theming of that era is very intact. But of course the style, the way the registers and the boards are all set up, you're very aware at that point that it's a Starbucks when you look forward. But there's still Victorian era theming all around, and photos and the wallpaper and such, so you don't completely lose that. But I think there's still people who were disappointed that, you know, the Main Street Bakery made this change and it wasn't how it was originally, because, you know, you go down Main Street and you have, you know, all the Emporium and the candy shop and the ice cream parlor. Everything just doesn't have any kind of modern signage at the moment. So I can understand why people were very upset. But in the past, Disney did have to rely on sponsorships quite a bit, and it happened a lot at Disneyland. So it's just something that, you know, theme parks really have to deal with, and I think that they've done a good job of making this look period to the time period now. But going back to the Main Street Bakery, how it was back October 1st in 1971, because this is our 50th anniversary year that we're all celebrating, so we gotta talk about the bakery back then. So originally it was sponsored by Sara Lee, and the Main Street Bakery is themed, of course, back then it was the turn of the century tea room, and the bakery remained essentially unchanged until 1985 when Sara Lee ended their sponsorship, and in 86 the restaurant was referred to the Main Street Bakery and Cookie Shop. So that's cute, and it just makes me think of Christmas too, and getting cookies. I'm sure we get lots of cookies at Christmas there. But subsequently, in 1987, the name of the location was changed to the Main Street Bake Shop. So in 1983, Toll House assumed sponsorship on the Main Street Bake Shop. Following this change, the bake shop remained unchanged till 2001, when the restaurant was once again called the Main Street Bakery, which just makes sense. Because it's a main street. Everything's on a main street. You have the Emporium and so forth, and so the Main Street Bakery is just right. In 2012, Disney announced that the Main Street Bakery would be one of 6 Starbucks locations opening in the Disney parks, and of course this came to fruition on June 18th in 2013 when the bakery reopened following a lengthy refurbishment with a new menu offering Starbucks products and Disney products. During this time of transition, the Main Street Bakery also underwent an exterior refurbishment, so the outside is different than the original. So something that is gone is there used to be little tables in there that you could sit in or sit at that are gone, so that there's plenty of room for the lines, because I'm pretty sure there's way more lines for the Main Street. I know for a fact there's more lines for people getting Starbucks than there was back in the day. So it's a smart financial decision, and people enjoy it, and there's so many drink options, and with the Florida temperatures, it's nice to go in there and just get a big venti water and a little treat, you know, to go along. I mean, that can really help out to have some icy water, but there's so many cool treats in there and so many cool drinks to try out. So I do think it makes a lot of sense compared to the previous menu when it was just a cup like soda and coffee. I think they had like a cappuccino on there, so there wasn't like this elaborate drink menu that of course that you get now. And there was some sandwich options before, and you still have sandwich options. There's some salads as well that you can get, and then of course each location has a specialty treat different times of year, so you have to go in there and make sure you try holiday treats because they always have something good. But one thing that I've heard that people miss a lot that isn't there anymore is the cinnamon rolls. Apparently the cinnamon rolls were fabulous. Unfortunately, when we visited, I never actually had these cinnamon rolls, even though we were there when it was open. You know, we always went for other things like Dole Whip and ice cream, and I didn't know these cinnamon rolls were so good. So today on Instagram, I did find the recipe, and I'll be posting these on Instagram, or the recipe that I found. So if you guys want to make them yourself, if you remember these cinnamon rolls, you can go check out our Instagram account. It's Years of Years, and try them out. And some of you are really good bakers and chefs out there, so I would love to see photos if you do make these cinnamon rolls. But anyway, what do you guys think? Do you like the new Starbucks the way that it is, or do you prefer the bakery, the Main Street Bakery, before the big changes? And do you like having Starbucks in the parks? And in your thoughts, did Disney do a good job? I think they did. I don't think it's too terribly commercial. So those are my thoughts, and that's it for this day in Disney, and we will see you guys next time. Bye!